Hey guys, this is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and welcome back to another movie review. In today's movie review, I'm going to be doing a movie review on this movie that came out in 2010, and I actually remember watching this movie with back in between 2017 and 2018, back when I was in private school, and that's going to be on The King's Speech. I actually got this DVD last year at the Soundgarden right outside Baltimore City in Baltimore, Maryland last year. I actually got this DVD last year from the Soundgarden, and so the King's Speech is directed by Tom Hooper and stars Colin Firth, Jeffrey Rush, and Helena Bonham Carter. And so the story of the King's Speech goes like this. When England's throne is suddenly thrust upon him amidst royal family scandal and impending world war, King George, played by one and only Colin Firth, he must overcome a lifelong speech to lead his nation. After his iron-willed, compassionate with wife Elizabeth secretly enlists a speech therapist played by Jeffrey Rush. The two men forge an unlikely friendship that will ultimately empower the monarch to find his voice, inspire his people, and rally the world. Based on an inspiring true story, The King's Speech has been universally hailed as a masterpiece. The cast is overwhelming. The majestic cast is overwhelming, says the New York Observer. And there you go. So, like I said, I remember watching this movie back in between 2017 and 2018, back when I was in private school, and we watched this movie all together as a class for a subject at private school, and I gotta say, The King's Speech is actually a really awesome, amazing, fantastic, great movie from 2010. This movie actually first came out in 2010, and then it was released in some other countries in 2011. But technically, this movie first came out in 2010, so I'm calling this a 2010 movie, because, yeah. And I gotta say, the true story is very interesting when you watch this movie and understand the point of the true story behind the King's Speech, and it's got very very fantastic, amazing, well done acting performances too, like Colin Firth and Jeffrey Rush and Helena Bonham Carter. And let's see, this video, excuse me, this movie also stars Guy Pearce and yeah, that's all I see. Guy Pearce is also in this movie. And the music score for the King's Speech was actually done by Alexandre Desplat. Yeah. And I gotta say, Tom Hooper actually does a very good job directing this movie. Like, the way he shot this film, and then the way he told the actors what to do on set in order to make this a perfect movie and make sure they get the scenes right and their lines right. Oh yeah, one of the executive producers, Jeffrey Rush, not only starred in this movie, but he was also one of the executive producers. Yep, and movie's rated R, and the running time is 119 minutes. Oh yeah, plus this DVD is also released by Anchor Bay Entertainment. Like, it says it right here on the spine here. Anchor Bay Entertainment. That's probably the new logo. It's also on the back as well. Yeah, because I love this movie ever since I first watched it, and like I said, I got this DVD from the Soundgarden last year when I was in Baltimore City, Baltimore, Maryland, with my parents. And yeah. And of course, I loved every single thing about this movie, and because it's definitely one of the best films of 2010 or 2011, whatever. But I gotta say, this is definitely like I said, definitely one of the best films of the 2010s decade. I will say. So overall, The King's Speech is a very great movie, and I'm gonna give The King's Speech 4.5 out of 5 stars. So if you haven't seen The King's Speech yet, then I say give this movie a watch. I recommend it for sure. There you have it. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for my movie review on The King's Speech. And that's going to be it for this video, so make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying goodbye everybody, and that's about it.